Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Renju Korath from LPT Reality, and today we are going to talk something seriously about that everyone is asking right now. Is Calgary real estate boom is finally over? Are home prices going to continue falling, or this is the right time to buy? I'm hearing this question from pretty much all of my sellers, buyers, investors, from everyone. A lot of sellers even asking, like, should we wait to list this house? So I have an answer for this. Like, over the past few months, I have been getting these exact questions from buyers, sellers, investors, and even people who are even thinking about moving to Calgary from other provinces. So today we are not going to rely on opinions. We are going to do the actual we are going to review the actual numbers, what is happening in Calgary market. We are going to compare the first 6 months of 2026 data versus the first 6 months of 2025 data. So we are doing exactly an apple to apple comparison from 2025 versus 2026 first 6 months. So we are pretty much doing a half yearly Calgary market analysis. And by this way, we can just review what is going to happen for another 6 months for the rest of 2026 as well. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's dive into all the details. So let's begin with the most important number, which is the sales. From January to June 2025, Calgary recorded 12,421 residential sales. During the same period in 2026, from January 2026 to June 2026, the sales declined to 11,104. That means almost 10.6%. So almost 11% of decrease in sales. Now, when people hear that sales have been dropped by more than 10%, they immediately think the market is crashing. Not necessarily. A decline in sales simply means fewer transactions are happening. It doesn't automatically mean prices are collapsing. Think about it this way. During 2023 and 2024, buyers were competing aggressively. Many homes received multiple offers. Some buyers waived conditions. Others paid above asking price. That type of market simply wasn't sustainable forever. Today's buyers have more options and more time to think before making decisions. That's actually a sign of healthier market. Before it was not that. People didn't get, or buyers didn't get a time to think twice, or they didn't even get enough time to go and have a look second time this property before they make an offer. People had to really rush or jump in to the offers before it goes. And when we come to the second topic about supply, new listings also declined. 2025 recorded, from January to June 2025, it recorded almost 22,848 new listings. But in 2026, same time, from Jan to June, it recorded 20,914. At first glance, that many seems surprising. If the market is slowing down, shouldn't more people be listing their homes? Not always. Some homeowners choose to wait. Others are locked into low mortgage rates and don't want to move. Some simply decided to stay put until market conditions improved. So although sales slowed, new listings also declined. That's one reason Calgary hasn't experienced a dramatic corrections. So that is a great point as well. And when we're going into inventory is one of my favorite statistics because it tells us how much choice buyers actually have. In the first half of 2025, last year, Calgary had approximately 32,486 homes available. This year, inventory increased to 34,132. That's almost 7% increase. So that means inventory gone 7% from last year. For buyers, that's a fantastic news because buyers now have more option to pick and choose from. You don't have to rush into every property. You can compare neighborhoods, you can negotiate, you can run all the numbers, You can include financing and inspection conditions. Before, you usually hardly get 4 to 5 days for financing conditions. Nowadays in this market, people easily get at least a week to 2 weeks for secure their financing. For sellers, however, competition has increased. Your home must stand out through pricing, preparation, photography, and marketing. If you don't stand out, like in a seller's perspective, you couldn't able to sell your home for a better price in this current market. Today's market rewards well-prepared listings. So if your listing is not that prepared well, of course, you cannot sell properly. Now, the next criteria which I am going to discuss here is that months of supply. One statistics that professionals closely monitor is months of supply, which I also have a close look on these numbers. Last year, Calgary had 2.59 months of supply, but today, this year, we are sitting at approximately 3.1 months. That is about 20% increase. The months of supply means that, the property stays in market for that long. Historically, 0 to 2 months represents a very strong seller's market. Around 3 to 4 months indicates a balanced market. Above 5 months generally favors buyers. So Calgary is moving towards balance, not into severe buyer's market. That's an important distinction. Now, we are talking about prices. Now, let's discuss the question everyone wants answered. And me too. Are prices falling? The answer is yes, but the story is more nuanced. Overall benchmark prices declined from approximately 588,000 to 565, a reduction of around 3.6%. Detached homes declined only 1.7%. However, semi-detached homes remained remarkably stable with less than just 0.5% decline. So, semi-detached didn't decline much, but detached homes declined pretty much 3.6 to 4%, which is a heavy decline. Townhouses declined almost 6%. That is another huge decline. Then comes to apartment condominiums declined almost by 6% as well. Why are detached homes holding up better? Because families continues to prefer detached properties. You always know, always customers, their first choice is to getting into a single family, a detached home. Calgary also remains significantly more affordable than Toronto or Vancouver. That affordability continues attracting buyers. Condos and townhouses, on the other hand, experienced rapid appreciation over recent years. Some correction is normal after exceptional growth. Why is this happening? I would love to answer this question as well. Now let's connect the dots. The biggest reason is supply. So Calgary issued approximately 27,900 new home building permits in 2025. So the permits, everything has been issued. Some of them under construction, some of them is nearly completion, some of them might not even started construction. So those properties might hit pretty much towards last quarter of this year and to first quarter of 2027. So the reason this number is alarming is that, the 10-year average is almost around 13,200 permits. That jumped to, as I said, around 25,000 permits just only in 2025. So that means almost the double in last 10 years of average. Builders responded to strong demand by dramatically increasing construction. Many of those homes are now entering the market. So you can see there will be more new home builds will be hitting the market. At the same time, population growth has moderated. Back in 2023, Calgary welcomed approximately 75,000 new residents. That was extraordinary number. It created enormous housing demand. But today, immigration policies have changed. You all can see there is no Canada reduced immigration targets, international students permit also has been reduced significantly, temporary resident growth has slowed, temporary foreign workers is not that coming into Canada. There are a lot of immigration changes is impacting this industry. This doesn't mean that Calgary is shrinking, It simply means demand is returning to more normal levels. So it will be a new norm after a surge in immigration, after a surge in big number of people flowing to Alberta, Calgary. We are going to see a new normality. So Calgary is still growing. Despite all these headlines, Calgary remains one of the Canada's favorite fastest growing cities. Our population increased from approximately 1.31 million to 1.56 million in 2025. That is an increase of hardly a quarter million people in Calgary. On an average, Calgary added more than 50,000 residents every year. So that is also a good number. Calgary is still one of the good cities that people choose to settle here. Alberta welcomed approximately 51,600 permanent residents in 2025. Calgary alone attracted approximately 22,650 of those permanent residents. That is still substantial demand. The difference is that we are no longer experiencing extraordinary migration surge of 2023 and 2024. So my forecast with this market is that, so where we are headed, I believe Calgary is entering a healthier phase. Buyers will have more negotiating power. Inventory will likely remain higher than it was during the boom. Price growth will probably remain modest. Well-priced homes in desirable communities will continue selling. Overpriced properties may sit longer. Detached family homes should remain the strongest segment. Luxury homes and investor-oriented condos may experience greater competition. Overall, I don't see evidence of a market collapse. I see market that maturing after an exceptional period of growth. If you are a buyer, don't wait for the perfect market. Focus on buying the right property at the right price. If you're a seller, don't rely on strategies that worked in 2023, 2024. Today's market requires accurate pricing, price adjustment based on the current market scenarios, excellent marketing, and strong negotiation. And if you are an investor, this may be one of the best times in years to negotiate favorable deals. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. And if you found this market update helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with friends and family who are thinking about buying or selling in Calgary. If you like a personalized market analysis for your neighborhood or want to know what's your home worth in today's market, feel free to reach out anytime. I'm Renju Korath with LPT Reality, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you, and have a great time for you all. Bye-bye.